Hey boss, today I want to share with you the importance of leading with empathy and long-term business success. I am sharing this because this is a key behavior that leaders really need to have in their behaviors, how they lead, if success is what you are wanting. And I know that's what you're wanting. So there was actually, this article was written by Thomas Asseo, who is the CEO of Fresh and Lean, and it is an organic meal delivery service. And he actually had some great insight, and I thought I would share that article with you. So empathy is probably the most important when it comes to leading a company. Hey, I'm Dr. Heather Williamson with the Transformation Group, and welcome back to the channel. So today I want to share this information with you about empathy and really the importance of it when it comes to business success. And if you want more tips and strategies that really focus on leadership and how to build your high-performing team, then subscribe below to my channel, and you will get more videos like this that will help you in your leadership journey. All right, so let's talk about this. Also, when it comes to empathy, this is a key behavior when it comes to emotional intelligence. And emotional intelligence is one of those behaviors, if you think about it from the perspective of being able to recognize the behaviors of others and to respond appropriately. And if you want more information about this, then I will put a link to my website, because there is an assessment that I offer that could really be valuable to you and your team if you want to know if your people have emotional intelligence or not. So let's just get started, because I want to share this study with you. It is from an HR firm called Cronus, and they actually studied across 11 nations and found that a third of the employees developed higher levels of trust in their employer during the COVID pandemic because of their empathy. Now, when it comes to the other employees that filled out this survey, they found that they stated that they had burnout and wished that their companies would act with more empathy when it comes to their leadership. And so this was some great information from this HR consulting company, HR firm, that I thought would really be beneficial for you as well. And it was also shared in Thomas's article. So when it comes to leading with empathy and long-term success, there are some 4 things that Thomas shared. And the first is that you need to stay plugged into your people. And when it comes to staying plugged in, you need to identify what their concerns are, how they're feeling, what their emotions are. And when you do this, then you will gather the information that you need in order to make sure that their needs are being met. And so he also shared that when you do this, you will actually, like the study shared that you will avoid burnout of your people, which is really important if you want to have a high-performing team. Also, it will, you can what they did was institute additional safety protocols within their company that they found out that was a concern and fear of their employees. They also instituted extra sick leave, emergency sick leave for their people, and allowed for flexible schedules. So this is what Thomas learned from his company, and so he set up protocols in order to make that happen. Also, when it comes to staying plugged in, make sure that you are really connecting with your people. And the second, which leads to my second thing to focus on, is a tree of trust, according to Thomas, when it comes to leading with empathy and long-term success. So what he means by leading or having a tree of trust is that you need to come in with the mindset of having non-judgmental listening. And this is key when it comes to empathy. You can't have preconceived ideas of what your people are thinking and judging them. So having that non-judgmental listening and having it very intentional is important. Also, you're really focusing on gathering the information that you need in order to better understand why they feel the way they do. Also, when it comes to a tree of trust, make sure that your employees, make sure that you are willing to share. Actually, what happens is when they are feeling like you are trusting in them, they're going to be more willing to share how they're feeling and what they might be concerned about or have a little trepidation about. And this in turn will allow you to feel like you are having more trust in your people as well. Also, when it comes to building that tree of trust, really focus on developing stronger relationships with the company. And this also focuses on the needs of the employees and how to help them be more resilient when it comes to not having burnout. The third is to be present when it comes to leading with empathy and long-term success. So be present is, you know what, when you have an employee that is willing to open themselves up to you and share what's on their mind, then you need to make sure that you are removing any kind of distraction that will take away from that opportunity. And this means closing your computer. You should not be half listening. Sometimes we do that, not intentionally, but we've got stuff on our mind that we're not really listening to that employee as well as we could have. And also when it comes to being intentional, make sure that you're not distracted by your computer, by your phone, or anybody else that might walk by if you're in the office. And if you are actually at your computer and they're, FaceTiming you with regard to video conferencing, then make sure that you have your chat button closed. Also, when it comes to being present, it's important to let that person know that you really care about them and that you are open to really listening to what they have to say, and that you are showing that what they are sharing is important and valuable to the team and the organization. Now, the fourth strategy or tip that Thomas has is when it comes to leading with empathy and long-term business success is to know that this is actually leading with empathy is more than the benchmark. And what he means by that is leading with empathy is more than the title that person has or the benchmark that you're trying to achieve. It's really developing those long-term lasting relationships that is going to really improve over time the productivity and effort put into the task. And this comes when you think about really knowing who your people are, identifying through relationships that, hey, you know who your the employees' kids' names are, when their birthdays are, know what their personal goals are with regard to development themselves, where do they want to be in a couple years. So this is important, and it's more than a benchmark. Also, there was a quote by Simon Sinek, and I really liked it. And he said that empathy is being concerned about the human being and not just their output. So again, know that you can't succeed without others on your team, and that valuing them, who they are as individuals, and that they are going to be the ones who are going to help your company be successful or not. So this is really important. So leading with empathy and how that impacts long-term success is the goal here that I wanted to share. So if you like this video, please like the button below. Don't forget to subscribe if you want more videos like this. And please leave in the comment section what you are doing to lead with empathy. So until next time, have an amazing day.